take projection.
Welcome everybody to Taking On Sports. I am TD. That is Greg. Greg, how you doing, man?
And I am pretty good tonight. How are you doing?
Pretty good myself. Hey, bye weekends are the nice relaxing weekends, right?
Yes. Hey, it was a pretty entertaining weekend. Saturday college football, despite
It was.
the watching issues, it was still very entertaining.
Uh-huh. Yeah, despite ESPN and YouTube still
Still,
fighting with each other,
yeah,
being on that bullshit. But
exactly. But
yeah,
you
had to
find
borrow.
ways.
Yeah, right. Got to borrow some friend logins and stuff.
Dude, I
I got.
realized though that a lot of people put games live on YouTube, just YouTube regular. It's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
you just search it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was like watching that. The end of the day, watching that beat down in Salt Lake, Utah beat
Mm-hmm.
the hell out of Cincy. But I was watching it
Yeah.
just on regular YouTube, which is pretty
Hmm.
cool that they put the games up like that. I mean, they don't have to, so that's always nice of them to
Right.
do.
Good
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, yeah. I got my
honestly,
mom.
I canceled. I was pissed. I wouldn't even think about NFL or nothing, man. I canceled and it had just renewed, so they gave me my $80 back. I was like, man, f this. I was pissed.
I was too, but man, like it's like to me,
I mean,
it's a
I
little
canceled.
more at ESPN in this bit because with
It
them
is.
just
I
releasing the
mean,
app and
right. It
YouTube. It's
is.
especially with like YouTube. Like we've been talking about with the WWE pay per views and
Yeah.
YouTube not getting it yet, and then now this bullshit. It's like, man, come the fuck on, like.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, clearly, I mean, the angle, of course, is to either have you move to Hulu Live, just ESPN streaming, or get the football, because
hmm
they're all owned by Disney. And, right now, YouTube TV, I think, has like doubled the people with like Hulu TV. So, I mean, I get what
hmm
they're doing. Problem, I mean, what I'm thinking is, though, that they're not going to make that move for a long time because ESPN has no real reason to not.
hmm
Keep it as is because they feel like, hey, you want it, you'll move. We don't have
Yeah.
to, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying. I
it
did
is.
read one thing that was interesting is I think part of the negotiations, or at least something that YouTube wants, is I think like Spectrum or some other carriers do this now, but they want the ability to put ESPN in like a smaller like package or offering or whatever. Like so,
Oh,
I
like a
think
sports pack.
DirecTV now. I think, like I said, I think Spectrum I see does it, but basically instead of the way it is now is ESPN is just in your base package,
Hmm.
and the what these companies do and what YouTube wants to do is like just provide like a basically a sports bundle where you don't get all your news channels and Comedy Central and all that and whatnot, but you get just sports and probably I guess your local channels and sports,
Hmm.
however they do it. But anyway, that's what YouTube wants to do, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty good idea because I would probably do that because like
Yeah,
I mean, there's a couple of things like I might watch on like Comedy Central MTV. Like I watch the Challenge still, big Challenge fan, so that's
right,
MTV. But like you can get that on like Paramount Plus or something, right?
right,
It's
right.
it's out there. So, but the live sports is like why I have it. So that I
I
think
think,
that's a good idea. I hope that does come
yeah,
out of
for
these
sure.
negotiations.
Hopefully, my thing is no matter, I get more of a Disney thing, but both sides, man, y'all waited till y'all knew these negotiations were coming at some point, and y'all
Mm-hmm.
waited till deep in the deepest part of college football to fall apart. Like, come on.
Damn, was that Zach Ertz catching that? That might.
That hurt, huh? Yeah, but that's my
That
biggest thing is just the fact
yeah.
that you guys have you guys know when the contract's up. Y'all could have worked shit up ahead of time and y'all wait till the deepest part of the college football season. We're into November, man, and then y'all pull it.
Mm.
Like, come
I
on.
know, right? Like it's.
Y'all know when the contracts are up. Y'all know what's coming. Like y'all have plenty of time in there. But ESPN's like, oh yeah, YouTube TV, it's their fault. YouTube TV, like, hey man, we're just trying to save you guys money, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
It's
So
like y'all could have
honestly,
been. Yeah.
yesterday, honestly, a lot of the stuff I did, I mean, I have Sirius XM, so I listen to a lot of games because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes cool just listening. I was doing that some, watching some on just regular YouTube. Like right now, I mean, it's different ways to do it. Um, what I'm just like, dude, honestly, I don't really. I like the YouTube TV format, and I don't know if everybody else has that. I doubt anybody has the same
Mm-hmm.
interface. I love their interface and stuff, so I don't necessarily want to give up on them. But same time, if it's gonna be months and months, unfortunately, I'm gonna, everybody's gonna have to choose what they want
Yeah,
to
right.
do,
No,
or
yeah,
go the illegal route.
exactly. Yeah, sail the high seas, as it were. Uh,
Yeah,
no, I actually did switch to Hulu for a little bit, and the interface isn't as good, and you don't have the multi-view. You know, the big thing. YouTube TV
yeah,
is great at that. And then the most annoying thing for me was in like we travel a lot as a family, for work, or at least my old job, working events. I
right,
traveled a lot, and so if I was somewhere for a long period of time, I'd put my YouTube on the TV or whatever like that. And with
yeah,
YouTube, you can if like this isn't your home location. Are you traveling? If you hit traveling, you're like, happy travels. Like you can do this for up to 3 months before you have to change your home location or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. I get that.
yeah,
You have to change your home if you're not there. So like last
yeah,
year when I worked Jazz
yeah.
Fest, when we went
It's
down to New
pretty cool.
Orleans, I had to change my home location. But then when we moved back, after the 6 weeks down there and got done with the job, we moved back to Alabama. I have to use it again. So now I'm already down to, half of my four,
All
and
right,
so like it's like I can
which
only
is
like if we went on a week vacation during the year and I wanted to do that or something, I couldn't do it. Or like if I had still had it now, we go with my wife's family. We take that beach trip during football season when
yeah.
temps are cooler. And so yeah, it's like we make sure that someone has got something for the TV for
Oh no.
Saturday. But no, yeah, it's just dumb. Like in the end, the only people hurt by it are us, the fans. So and that's what really
Right.
pisses everybody off about it. But I was like you. I got for the early games. I got my
Exactly.
mom's
Yeah.
DirecTV info and just watched on
Right.
DirecTV stream.
Exactly.
And then my wife took advantage of the Alabama bye week, so we ran a bunch of errands. And I was like, yeah, yeah. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, pretty. Yeah, a lot of people I've talked to are like, oh yeah, yep, same. But so,
Yeah. Same. Same.
mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Why are you like this is perfect? Not only is it out in bye week, but you can't really watch anything that you
You're
really
right.
want to watch because being,
It's like
of
I know you're
course,
not
when you're an
watching
SEC
Indiana and
guy, you
Maryland.
don't give a
Don't
damn
lie to
about
me.
the Big Ten game forever. You
Uh,
we're doing some house
but
projects.
yeah, no.
God
So
damn
I did
it.
like you a lot of Sirius in the car too. It's actually one of those things I get for football season and then cancel after it. It's nice to have. I used to do that too with like the sports package. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Always. And Sirius always gives me like a thing where like like I always get like a year for like
yeah,
$9.99 a month, and then at the end of the
yeah. I
year,
got a
they're like, it's about to go up, and then you call them, and they're like, oh, we'll give you
right. I got
back
a
your
couple things that
9.90 a
do
month. All
that.
right, cool.
With the athletic, they do that.
So,
Every
I
year it's
mean,
like,
that's worth it.
hey,
You
you're
can
up.
listen to any
We're gonna
game,
go up to
no matter
70,
what.
$80 or whatever it is a year, which whatever. But I'm like, yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't feel like paying that though. And then I'll cancel, and then they'll be like, are you sure? Tell you what, just pay us
I'm like,
20 bucks for the
absolutely
year. And
not.
I'm like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, right. You know you can,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so that
I'm like, damn it, why
yeah.
don't y'all just give me that to begin with? Because obviously it's possible.
Hmm.
But I
That's
heard like
interesting. I never.
Athletic and On Three
Yeah.
are together, so if you
Um.
have one, you get the other. I haven't.
But yeah, no. So yeah, that was a
I'm gonna
weekend
have
for
to
a
look
lot of
more
us
into that.
football fans, just figuring out a way to watch. Being either yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw. Yeah, it's like what 10 million or
Because
so.
a
It's
lot of
definitely
people
the
have
biggest
YouTube.
like alternative to
A lot of people
cable and
have YouTube
satellite.
TV.
Yeah.
So
Which
I don't know.
and I do miss like this simple. Like I used to be a DirecTV guy.
Yeah, biggest streaming. Yeah,
Because cable annoyed me one too many times. But it's nice. It's whatever. It sucks, and I feel like they'll work it out because
right.
ESPN. One big thing that I saw somebody point
Yeah,
out that made a lot of sense to me was ESPN is obviously real big partners with the NFL, and YouTube now has the rights to Sunday Ticket. So, obviously there's probably going to be some
Hmm.
intermediate, somebody stepping in and be like, "Hey guys, like work this
Yeah.
shit out. Like we can't have this look. It's a bad look." And obviously, even though ESPN got some new subscribers,
Yeah.
uh,
Right.
it probably doesn't make up for the lack of viewers they lost this weekend on like the cocktail party. Those games. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think a lot of people are like, man, I'm gonna stick to my guns more than giving in because, and I get that
yeah.
too.
Right.
But yeah,
Hopefully,
I mean,
sometime this
eventually,
week they get it
man,
figured out, and
I don't know if I want to go the whole season
hopefully they
this
come
route, but
through and say, "Hey,
we'll
so
see.
you're good. Like our channels are back, and
Constantly.
now you can use your YouTube TV to
Yeah.
log into ESPN. Yeah, get your WWE. And also, we're gonna roll out at some point, like maybe starting next year, since
WWE.
a sports package or like slim down things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because yeah, my wife watches a lot of ABC and the news and stuff. So, but I mean, so I
yeah.
want at
I
least a
mean
local
that's it.
channel.
But
But
it's
yeah,
so
I
crucial to have
mean,
it for live TV because
honestly, outside of sports,
of the
I don't
ease.
know what else
For
to
me
really
too, it's
watch
like
on
the ease
regular
of switching
TV.
around because it's one thing.
Like,
Like, yeah, I can watch all the games on
oh,
Peacock,
absolutely.
ESPN, Paramount Plus, all the streaming apps,
No,
whatever. You can, log in, out, log out, yeah, or
but
if
it's
you're
not.
lucky
I
enough
mean,
and got the
but you
space,
got to come and you got to
have
flip
multiple
here, flip there,
TVs.
do
But
this, do that. Yeah, it's like,
exactly, yeah,
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 yeah. But who
yeah,
wants to do all that? I mean, we are doing that in the early 2000s. I mean, it's 2025. Hope to be past that. But at the end of the day, too, you look at it, we are spoiled. We're pissed and we can't watch all 30
yeah,
games this weekend. And back in the day, man, we
yeah.
had
Then
that
ESPN might
regional
have had
11
like
o'clock, regional
a
2:30,
nighttime
regional,
game.
prime
Yeah,
time game, and you were stuck with what you got.
yeah,
So yeah, you get your SEC nighttime game.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh man,
but yeah,
that
but it
used to
was
piss
a
me
lot of
off. And
man, a
growing
lot
up
of
in
that two
Maryland, we
thirty,
get
man.
the
You
Big
did,
East
man.
game a
I don't
lot.
even give a damn about this, but I
And
live here.
so, if I wanted to watch Alabama or something like that, like even sometimes even like Alabama, Tennessee, instead I was Miami beating the shit out of some poor Big East team, man. I was like, oh, come on, man. Like, so yeah, we've come a long way, and that's great. No more pay-per-view games
Yeah,
too. That
yeah.
used to, yeah, used to be a thing, man. 3 a year, and then they had
Man,
the
that
whole, I forget
used to be
what they called
wild
it now,
to think
but
about.
like you could
Like
get it.
three a year.
Like I did that a few times living in Baltimore. If there's an Alabama game I wanted to see, but it wasn't on TV up there, you'd pay whatever it was, like $5 for the game or something like that, like just that game, or you could get the whole package, and but that was a lot more.
Mhm. Yeah. What was that thing called? Yeah, what was that thing ESPN used to have? It was like
Yeah,
it's
that
almost
might
like
have been it.
game.
I think
It's
that's what I was
almost
trying to
like
think of.
game
Yeah,
plan or
what was
something.
that
You could watch
interception
like
return?
all the games going on
It
TV.
doesn't matter anyway.
And be like
That
nine
Zach
dollars.
Ertz catch, that last one, put that got me. That was it. I needed a terrible game from him. Did not get it. So yet another loss that will move me to 0-9 on the year. Historically bad fantasy year for me. You know what pisses me off the most about it? It's not. I can
Oh,
have a losing season. That happens. Like this is real bad, but at some point you just start laughing about it, right? Like every week it's something. Either someone I'm playing has their best week, or like today,
yeah.
Jameer Gibbs, who's steady, had 40 points
Right.
out last time against the Chiefs, decides he gets 6 points today against
Oh, good.
Minnesota. Something like that. But what
Yeah.
makes me what makes me maddest is that means
Oh,
that
yeah.
Yahoo was right in those dumb little
Mhm.
grades they give out after the draft. Remember?
Of course.
And they said I was like
Oh,
a D or whatever, and said I was going to have a terrible season. And the last time they said that to me, I finished first place in the regular season, like scored all these points. Like I'd outscored my projections by like week 5 or something crazy like that. Lost in the playoffs, but it means that Yahoo's right.
Yeah,
That's annoying. Yep,
right.
they're they're fixing it. Anyway, talking about on the field
It's
stuff.
collusion.
A
There's no
good
way out of
Saturday
time.
of football, despite it not being like
Rigged.
a big hyped one. You know, a lot of one, but yeah, there is. Yeah, I mean the
Excellent
cocktail
Saturday.
party, NC State upsetting Georgia Tech, Texas
I mean,
Vandy,
there's a
SMU
lot of
Miami.
interesting
The
stuff. A
Sooners get
lot
a
of
big win in
interesting stuff.
Knoxville. Utah Cincy, Houston upset. Kentucky and Auburn played a terrible game. Hugh Freeze got fired today because of it. Finally, State got their first SEC win. Duke wins at Clemson after some controversy.
Oh boy.
Bill Belichick gets his first
Oh, yeah.
ACC win. Yeah, man. Where do you want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that pass interference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just because we started at SEC. I mean, that's normally what we start with. But we were off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a very interesting day in the SEC. I mean, you had, of course, the big matchup to start the day at 11. You know, Vandy, Texas. I mean, and everybody, you know, this was a time for
Mm-hmm.
Vandy to really show, hey, we're really those guys. And they got off to a horrible start for them. I mean, Texas was all over them, and I was like, oh, here we go. But they hit that comeback, made it watchable in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a
Chanted at Vandy.
good win for Texas. Funniest part
Chanted
was a
at
Texas
Vandy. And
fan
as always,
saying
with that chant,
overrated. Never
was it?
thought I'd see that.
I don't. It might have been our boy
Never
Nate that
thought
used to
that day
point
would
that
come.
out too. But he's like, I
Yeah,
never get the overrated chant because now it just means it devalues your win. Like, yeah, and that's true. It's a weird chant after the game. Before the game, sure, whatever. It's just trash talk. But I
right.
don't know. Yeah, no. Like you said, furious comeback by the Doors. They almost got it. That almost had that onside
Yeah.
kick too, right? Was that game where it slipped out the dude's hands, or was that? Yeah.
Yep. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
mean
he
they
looked
were,
great.
had a furious fourth quarter, but that was a good win for Texas. I mean, Arch Manning seems to be coming around a little bit. Had a heck of a day. Now you know they were,
Hmm.
November now. Texas still there with their only
Hmm.
excuse me, 2 losses. They're only
Yeah,
one in
no.
conference. So I mean they're still alive for everything,
It is.
despite everybody saying how
That
terrible everything
defense
is for
is
them.
really
So
what's driving that team, and it's a really good
yeah,
defense. And yeah, if they can, you know, they still get, they don't really have margin for
correct.
error,
They're
and
elite.
they got A&M coming
They're
up at the end of this regular season, but that's a that's a team that's not. Yeah, still got to play Georgia in
not
Athens,
even.
right? Too. So,
Yeah,
but on the flip side, yeah, they get those
they still got
wins,
to play
man, that's a
Georgia.
playoff team right there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, if you were to beat A and
Yeah.
M and Georgia, I mean,
And yeah,
not
and
only that, you're
speaking
in
of
the
Georgia,
SEC championship
close win
game,
in a cocktail
guaranteed a
party.
playoff
Florida gave
spot.
them hell. Maybe
So
benefited
yeah,
from
so
bad review. Tough, tough to tell.
cool.
Yeah, it looked like he got his arms under to me, and it looked like it should have been
Ah,
a good catch for
I'm
Florida,
thinking
which
that
would have
was a
set him up
catch.
deep
I
inside
thought it was a catch.
Georgia territory. So tough break for the Gators. Georgia gets the win though, big win for them. They're still
Correct.
rolling along, man. Yeah, they're surviving.
Yeah, only the one loss on the season. But man, how about at the end there, instead of
Oh yeah,
could have scored the touchdown
broke
and
a
give
lot of
everybody
hearts,
the
or
minus
people
four and a
had
half
Florida.
and
Yeah,
slid down at the one.
yeah. Some money moved off of that. It's always
Uh,
funny when those. Yeah.
yeah, right. But oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that was one of the better cocktail parties as
Mhm.
of late. I mean, it's been turned into a pretty dominant. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
Right. What they lost
Georgia's
like
been
14 out of
laying the
15,
wood to them for a while now.
something like that.
After
Yeah.
a long time where Georgia couldn't win that game to save their lives, it's kind of switched a little bit.
Yeah.
But five and yeah, they had lost, and but now they've lost what, five in a row in that series. So I mean, it's definitely changed a little bit. But man, I mean, Florida.
Mm.
I mean, they showed
Mm-hmm.
up despite first time without Billy Napier coming out the bye week. Offense still terrible, but for the most part. But that defense has kept them in the game a lot. That's been a big thing. It seems around the SEC altogether, defenses have kept teams around, and a lot of bad offenses this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. But, yeah. If they just get a good guy in there. I mean, DJ Lagway obviously has so much talent. Um,
Absolutely,
if they could really, if they nail their coach hire, you know, get a couple skill guys in the portal, fix their lines. Their
right?
lines are obviously definitely the big part. That offensive
Yeah,
line in particular.
pretty bad.
Um,
Yeah,
I mean, it's Florida. They're always a sleeping giant because of the resources they
right.
have available to them and
Absolutely,
just the recruiting region they're in. Yeah.
right. And they
Um,
want to win. I mean, they're gonna
yeah. Yeah.
get behind. If they win, I mean, they'll do all they can to support you if they feel like it's a worthy cause. I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
the money will come in, right? And we'll
Mm,
see. I mean, of course, the number one guy seems to be Lane Kiffin, but that seems to be Lane Kiffin for a lot of schools.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, we don't even know if he wants to move at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he is definitely the belle of the ball for these coaching
Right,
searches.
pretty much.
But let's see. Elsewhere in the SEC, Oklahoma, big win in Knoxville for them.
Shocking.
Kind of a
I was shocked.
yeah. I was surprised at how like I mean it was a close score, close game, but they kind of you knew
Right.
they were winning it. You know,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
midway through the fourth, if not earlier. You're like, okay, yeah,
And
Oklahoma's got
Tennessee got
this.
that. They got the late touchdown and got
Hmm.
some nice onside kick attempts by the kicker there at Tennessee. But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean they got both of those. So I mean, but I mean that's a huge win for OU. I mean they look like we had talked about them kind of hitting a wall. They
Hmm.
can seem kind of down and out. John Mateer just hadn't been the same since the injury. Some bad passes, but he was running the ball better yesterday.
Hmm.
But now, I mean, that's eliminated Tennessee from the playoffs with their third loss on the season. Coming off a playoff appearance last year. Um, and now, I know he's not on the hot seat because I mean he's just coming off a playoff and he's kind of revived the Tennessee program. But it seems to be something missing from at times with the I don't know with 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 Josh Heupel. I don't know. Seems
Hmm.
like things certain games he did. But that was when I was shocked. But I mean I guess that's more kudos to the Sooners more than anything.
Yeah, no, I'm like you. I thought the Tennessee might roll in that one fairly easily, actually, or at least pull away. Um, but yeah, Oklahoma, like huge win, like you said, playoff eliminator basically. So Tennessee doesn't
Yeah,
look like they'll get in, and Oklahoma still has an outside shot. They got to win out, and that includes coming to Tuscaloosa and doing it. So
right.
tall task, but
Not the easiest schedule, but
yeah,
yeah.
but it is open there. And then let's see, Mississippi State first SEC win in
I know.
15, 16, 17 games
Yeah,
was
it was quite the streak.
18. It was a while. It
Back
was a
and
long.
forth there.
Mhm.
Looked like they were gonna lose again. Another close one, but pulled it out.
But
Got the
close,
late touchdown
close,
there.
strong. 31-point second half. Yeah. So.
Kind of the reverse of their recent affairs where they
Hmm.
get out to the big lead and fall apart. Kind of the reverse there. Look like Arkansas was kind of in control. They hit the comeback.
Hmm.
And I think that pretty much ends Bobby Petrino's chances of being the coach. I mean, he lost to Auburn and
Yeah,
a
and
bad Auburn team and a bit. I mean, I wouldn't say a bad Mississippi State team, but record-wise, a bad state team. considering their lack of SEC wins and both at home.
Mm,
So I
mm.
mean, he's had a slow tryout, and I don't think that the Hogs are going to stay with him.
Well, yeah, and it's like they've been scoring points, which great, but it's like, man, that defense, like, okay,
Yeah,
like we've been
it's
here before.
atrocious.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I mean, you
it's,
could come Sam Pittman for this.
yeah, I think yeah, I think they need someone, like a program builder. There's someone, honestly,
Absolutely.
to me, someone like James Franklin seems great for them. Some
Oh
someone to
yeah,
steady
absolutely.
it, get enough wins. They maybe every
Yeah, I
now and
mean,
again he might jump up, and who knows? Maybe that's
I
what
mean, if you
yeah
go
James Franklin needs too, like a step down in a tier. And
right, I mean, it's still heavy.
mhm.
They're still big time in the SEC. Maybe not the same expectations, of course, as Penn State right now. But I mean, if you go 9-3, 10-2 every year at Arkansas, man, you're going to turn into a damn legend, which is going to lead you to some playoff appearances at some
Yeah,
point.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, and who knows? Maybe not having that pressure on like he does in the big games at
Yeah,
Penn State. Maybe that would. I don't know. It just seems like a
yeah.
good one to me. But also,
Seems like a good fit.
also they could
It seems
benefit
like,
maybe from a guy like John Sumrall or something like that.
uh, could very well. Interesting enough, another name that was out there was the SMU coach, but he got
Yeah.
he's seemed to be popular kind of there because I think he went to school there, and then of course he coached at Auburn. I know they were thinking
Hmm.
maybe, and SMU locked them down, so that kind of closes another door for some teams possibly.
Yeah, a couple. Matt
But
Rule got an extension with
national-
Nebraska too, and then promptly lost to another top 25 team. Uh, uh, but that's
oh, but
interesting because that seemed to be really
yeah,
where Penn State wanted to go. I think that was all the so.
yeah.
I'm very interested in that.
But I was thinking the whole thing, man. If you got rid of James Franklin for that, like, what are we really
Yeah,
getting any
that.
better? But I thought that was
Yeah,
strange.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it would have clicked for both of them there, but he takes the
Right?
extension with Nebraska, and obviously that's
Yeah.
it's kind of in the same place as Penn State. Obviously Penn State's been winning more consistently, but
Yeah.
that's a program that if you can
Yeah.
get them back, you're a legendary because you resurrected a blue blood.
Oh, absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
And then speaking of coaches, Kentucky and Auburn played a game in Auburn and set
Oh,
football back about 50 years.
boy, that was a good
It
game.
was a terrible,
That was a ugly,
terrible
ugly
game.
game.
10,
Beautiful ending, though.
10-3 Kentucky
Hmm.
win in Auburn. Speaking of shockers, I was shocked by that. I did not think Kentucky had it in them this year. I thought maybe last week's
No way.
win might have given Auburn a little life, a little spark. Nah, not at all.
Not at all. Not even like they didn't show any different. Like, I don't know.
They
They're
looked
just
terrible, and then Hugh Freeze got fired for it today. They did indeed pull the
yeah.
trigger. I think you had to. That was a bad loss. To
That was bad. 3 points at home
yeah,
against Kentucky. When you know that when you know that your time is running
hmm
real thin, like obviously like the players weren't interested in getting up for you.
yeah,
Like I don't know. It's just end of a marriage that Auburn fans are really happy about, and it never turned into what they thought it was
yeah.
going to be.
And
I mean, the positive thing for you, Freeze, is at least he doesn't have to lose to Diego Pavia for a third time.
I'm about to say, yeah, he's whew. No, and that's and we should give credit, and there are definitely Auburn fans out there that did not like this hire from the beginning.
Yeah,
That saw
there's a
through
good
it,
one.
and that's it's
There's
kind of
some
like
good.
what we have said, what
Yeah,
I've said all along. Is just like show me the proof that he's actually this good coach that everybody said. Good offensive mind, yeah, but he was
nobody has it. He beat Alabama
yeah,
twice a
and
decade ago. Cool.
didn't even win the SEC West for it. Um,
No, no, cool. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And really, I mean, if anything, to me, when they made that hire, I was like, dude, y'all were just proving what Alabama fans say about y'all that y'all
hmm
swear that y'all aren't.
Yeah,
Well, we're here
it
to
was
beat
big little
Alabama.
brother energy. It was a
Yeah,
move that you kind of like.
Hey, we got the guy that beat
Yeah,
you guys a decade
instead
ago.
of
Oh, okay, cool.
the interim coach that's a
Yeah.
legend at our school played, and
Right.
motivated that team, pulled an upset, played hard,
Right.
and that works sometimes as a coach. The pieces have to fall in place,
Yeah.
but sometimes all you need is that kind of
Right.
motivator CEO type, and then you know get the right coordinators
Absolutely.
to do the X's and O's part. Um,
Yeah, but now they're paying what three
Three, and
coaching
then
buyouts
now
right
they're
now.
in this year's search too. They're not top of the
Oh,
pecking order. You got Florida, you got LSU, you got Penn State. I mean, that's
Penn State. Maybe. Are you better than Virginia Tech? I mean, yeah,
yeah,
but
but yeah, right now you're
uh,
like, ooh, if you're a coach looking at that, you're like, that's kind of a mess. The SEC is brutal.
I
Yeah,
did. The SEC is brutal. Auburn has one of the messiest
yeah.
people to make decisions there. I mean, it's all over the place.
Hey
Like,
man, I saw that.
I'm,
I made a post about it on a couple socials, but the Athletic, does their after any time a job comes open, they do their little profile of the school and candidates and all that. And they had Auburn.
yeah,
One of the grades is a university stability, and they had it a B plus. And I'm like, are y'all paying attention? Like this is not. This is not a maybe. Yeah,
maybe
the
as a
school. Yeah, the
school,
school's going to be there.
maybe on the
Yeah, they're not.
academic
They're not going to lose accreditation
side.
anytime soon, if that's what you mean. But man, that is
Yeah,
whole Auburn's whole thing. It's just how messy it is, man. Like it's
always.
yeah,
It's
it's
always been
nothing
like
new
that
there,
too.
man. And sometimes the chaos works in their good, in their favor, and sometimes it don't, man.
Most of the
Yeah.
time, it doesn't.
So yeah, so that'll be interesting. It's going to be an absolutely insane coach carousel this winter,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's fascinating to see where
right.
these teams go. And for Auburn, of course, a big thing is keeping some of those guys like Cam Coleman in house. Uh,
No, that's
keeping
gonna be
whatever
tough.
recruits you got right now.
Bet you wish he
Eh,
just came to Alabama,
I
like
mean,
he was
hey,
originally going to.
I think you'd be a fool if you didn't think that somebody
Okay.
that represents the Tide is going to be talking in his ear, saying, man, hey, man,
Oh,
look at what them
absolutely.
receivers are doing in that
Yeah,
offense. Don't you want to do that too?
yeah.
I'd take him.
And
I'd
then
take
you
him in a
got
second.
Keelan Russell. You got actual quarterback coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and Keelan Russell.
Mm.
Cam's never seen a real
He
quarterback at
has
Auburn.
not. He has not. Poor guy.
But yeah. But I mean, everybody's gonna be talking to that man because he's a very talented. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of talent on that team. A lot of good defensive players. I mean, it's a lot. It's been a wasted tenure
Mm-hmm.
for you, Freeze, there because he's had talent the whole time there. And it isn't for lack of recruiting and players. It's just the game plan just has not worked at all. He put all his faith in a terrible quarterback for 2 years, and then his final year went with the
Mm-hmm.
question mark. Nobody knew what Jackson Arnold was. I mean, he struggled at OU, but there were a lot of issues
Mm-hmm.
there as well. Now it's more of I don't know if it's a and still we don't know about Jackson Arnold. It's BD had all the injuries last year and a lot of things going wrong. He played bad, but I mean there was a lot of things going against him. Same this year too. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of things going against him. So is he bad or is the program, at the time?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mix somewhere. But
Uh,
yeah, but it'll be interesting. I don't know where they go,
and it was
honestly.
interesting because they've been
Um,
doing. This is one of the worst stretch in that program's history. These past 5, 6 years or so.
mhm.
Um,
Jeez, I mean the Harrison years and
yeah,
this and wow. I've had a winning record since what
yeah,
2020.
it's been rough, and then that decision to fire Gus Malzahn looking worse and worse. But you wonder, they've
Oh,
tried, they tried going getting the mid-major guy with Harson, didn't work out. They go with the Splash and
yeah,
Hugh Freeze,
yeah,
the SEC experience. Do they?
didn't work out.
I think now do they go for broke and try to get the biggest name they can? Is that their goal, or is it do they really buckle down and try to find someone who's going to build something there. Because they need a culture
Right.
change, and they need
Absolutely.
someone who's gonna put the work in and realizes that it's not a easy job. And I think the fans need to, and the school need to realize that too. Is that it's not going to be a 1 year fix there. You know,
No. It's a lot of
yeah.
a lot of issues, a lot of things going on. But then, at the same time, that messiness that goes along with it turns off a lot of coaches. There's gonna be a lot of coaches
Yeah.
that say, "Hell no,"
So we will see. Yeah.
because they're always gonna feel like, man, I'm, a couple coming out the blocks. Sorry,
hmm
people that hate me.
I mean,
But anyway, well, it'll
it
be
will.
interesting for sure.
Let's see elsewhere around the country. Let's see. Big upset of the day happened in the ACC. A couple of them. Yeah, SMU handed
Couple of them.
Miami their second loss of the year in Dallas. Not super shocking, but I think definitely unexpected. I thought most people SMU not as good as they were last year. Miami,
Come off a weird
yeah, yeah.
loss to Wake too, with the
hmm
13-12 game.
Coming off that
So
weird loss, Miami good defense this year. But no, SMU does it. What first win over a top 10 team since 89, 83? Oh Jesus,
83, they beat Pitt in like 83 is what I heard. I was like, wow, that's
that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I guess.
a long time. That's a long time. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. But that's a huge win for SMU there. Devastating loss for Miami because that pretty much puts them out of the um, ACC race, and now they're kind of even if with the only two losses, man, they're kind of it's gonna be hard for them to get in. Man, at the end of the day, I don't think the committee is gonna look very
Yeah,
fondly on
it's
them.
tough to see that road in. They don't really have any more chances for a big marquee win. I guess they can just hope that Notre Dame
So,
looks better and better, so that win still looks good for them. But like,
but at the end of the day, if they look better and better, even if they lost, even though they beat them, I think if Notre Dame's playing really good football,
I
that
bet
they
say
may
that
trump
yeah,
them
that would be
regardless.
interesting if it comes down to the last spot between those two schools. If the committee goes head to head, or if they,
Yeah. Or if they're looking at who's
yeah.
playing better football at the time.
And then elsewhere, of course, Georgia Tech first loss of the season is NC State got them.
Oh my gosh.
Great game, a total miss by me. I had Georgia Tech in the column Friday, and I was saying that it was kind of looking almost
Yeah.
like maybe the Dave Dorn era there in Raleigh might be coming to an end. Like things are just gotten stale, and lo and behold, man, that's classic NC State upset performance.
They put up a whole load of points. 48. I mean, yeah. Yeah, big day for them. They've been kind of up and down this year. Yeah, I mean, you remember they had all those seasons for a while where everybody's kind of dark horse candidate, but they always have
I
injuries
about to
and
say
always
they
end up
always
like
top
nine to
out at like
three or
9-3. I
something.
don't think they've got 10 wins.
Yeah, yeah. There's something they haven't ever had a 10-win season, if I'm not. But I mean, they've had, but really they've had some interesting wins because their other win, even though it's non-conference, they did beat Virginia at the first of the year, and then they beat Georgia Tech. So basically, the two best teams in the ACC record-wise in conference anyway both lost to North Carolina State.
It's yeah.
Though the Virginia loss doesn't count for a conference
After
game for
the
some reason. I
expansion,
forgot the reason behind
being
it, but
scheduled. I don't know, something weird, yeah. But yeah, good win for them.
yeah. But and then the ACC is going to come down to a pretty interesting thing because I mean honestly that killed them. Georgia Tech losing because honestly right now I don't know if they're going to get if Georgia Tech can run the table and then let's say if Virginia only had the one loss at the end of the season they
Yeah,
might
it's
have been able to pull
interesting. You got
two. Now they might be stuck
don't
with the
really have
one
yeah
whoever wins
Louisville
the,
sitting there
the
at
championship game.
16. Miami's going to drop back now, and that's kind of it for
Yeah,
Pitt is 7-2, 5-1 in the ACC, so they're still
yeah,
playing the conference, but uh, they need to win probably to get in. They definitely can't afford another loss, even in the title game. So, um, yeah, you're right. That might kill them. That might
no,
turn them into a one-team league. Um,
yeah. Because if they had like a undefeated, let's say like at the end of the season, if it had been like Georgia Tech ran the table in the ACC, and if Miami hadn't lost another game, even if let's say Georgia Tech had beat Miami and Miami got their
yeah.
second loss in the ACC championship game, and it's a good game, chances are they're probably still getting the playoff then with that have been their second loss. So
Hmm.
that really hurts the ACC a little bit, losing Georgia Tech like that, who I still think is a good team. I mean, they just ran into a weird situation, a big game for NC State, but I think, Georgia Tech is still, they're a team that they could still beat Georgia at the end of the year. They might not lose another game. They
Hmm.
probably still have a good,
No, for
very,
sure.
very good chance of
You
making
can't
the
overlook
ACC
defensive
championship as a
night.
minimum, just with what's left
Certainly
on the
not Paul
schedule.
Haynes
But
King. Man put
just
up
makes it a
over
little more
500 yards
interesting.
of offense, and then over 100 on the ground. So
Yeah.
over 500 total yards of offense himself.
No, that man put up what 400 yards passing. Yeah, 500 yards.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
right. That's where you go in.
How mad are you after a game like that?
It's
Like,
okay
what
if you
what
cuss the
else did I
defense
have
out
to do
after
to get
that.
us a
That's
win?
like, at least go
Like,
in and give them a what the fuck, guys. Like, come on. Or better, I would say better yet,
yeah,
because he ain't gonna do that as a leader. Better yet, that's the one where the defense
yeah.
has got to come to
I
him
give you
afterwards,
that.
and like the captain or somebody on the defense got to be like, "Hey, bro, that's our bad tonight, man. Like, yeah, that's our bad. Like, someone knows that man an apology. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Haynes King ain't the type of guy that's really gonna do that. But yeah, no, they definitely someone's got to say something because that's just that's
yeah.
ridiculous. Because honestly, I really wanted them to go undefeated into that Georgia game,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted Georgia one loss because that was gonna be a fun. Just it's still gonna be a big time game, but that would have been so
But yeah,
classic to have that
but yeah, it's gonna be a crazy
possibility
finish.
of going an undefeated
Yeah,
season with Georgia on
elsewhere,
the
Florida
line.
State finally got their. How
Man,
about just kicking the shit out of
I
Wake
really
Forest
wanted to see
week
that.
after week, beat SMU. Yeah, just it. Who knows? Who
Hmm.
knows with this team? And then Friday night, Bill Belichick finally got an ACC
Where did
win.
that come from?
Uh, Winning in Syracuse, got one on the road. So, hmm
He did.
yeah, rough.
Man, ever since their quarterback got hurt,
I don't know
they have
if they
been.
have.
And Jelly got hurt. They have been bad.
But yeah,
I
let's
don't think
move
they've won
on.
since that.
Big
Have they
12.
won since that Clemson
Always a
game?
fun conference. Big one of the day, Utah, Cincinnati. I think what game day
Yeah,
was there. I
it's
guess
been tough for them.
didn't watch it. Utah kicked the shit out of them, man. Woo. Uh, no doubt.
Yeah, damn near was there.
Yeah, this was like a classic. This is like one of those
Smoked them.
wins during their Pac-12 years when they were
It was
clearly
over
like the
from the start.
toughest
I
team in the
mean, it was.
conference, and someone just came in, like a high scoring, like a Washington State or an Oregon, hell, one of those, and then you,
Mhm.
yeah, pretty boys came in, and yeah, Utah roughed them up. So
Yeah,
big win for them. First
the pretty
baseball
team
game
came
since
into town and got their
Cincinnati.
ass kicked.
Utah goes to 4-2 in the Big 12, staying alive in that race.
Yeah,
Texas Tech won Manhattan. They go to 5-1 Big 12. Arizona State hands Iowa State their fourth straight loss. Man, the wheels
for
coming
sure.
off there. Um,
They beat the mess.
mhm. Sims set a school
They
record for
have, but I
QB
was
rushing
shocked
offense. Uh,
because and they
228
won
yards. He
despite their
just decided
quarterback.
to use his legs. And then, yeah,
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 yeah.
crazy.
He
And then
still fumbled at the
big
end and
upset of the day. West Virginia
gave
beat
Iowa
Whitney
State an
Houston.
opportunity.
Beat them. A Houston team that's been playing real well. We talked all this praise about Willie Fritz last weekend, and And then Crazy just lost. Just, but you know,
Yeah,
hmm
really
yeah.
well.
Come on, man. What you doing?
Yeah,
Just one of those weird Big 12 games, man.
you made
First
us look
Big
bad,
12
Willie.
win for Switch Rod as West Virginia coach. Um,
Here we give you.
they did, man. They're in again. That was one. That's kind of like Georgia Tech's loss, where it's like it's not the fault of
Yeah,
the Houston offense, man.
put up
Connor
a
Wegman,
boatload of
300
points
yards,
too.
yeah, 4 touchdowns. Yeah, like they did it. Just man, that West Virginia offense just going off.
No,
And
Conor
then
Wegman had a great day.
speaking of going off, Arizona just
Hmm.
brutalized Colorado.
Hmm.
Hmm
Yeah, Colorado just they got that win at Iowa State, and
It
since
was
then they
rough
just
in there.
been had the bye week, and
Long
they've
year. Big
been getting
Ten, nothing
hammered.
major.
It's been a
Ohio
long
State
year for the Buffalo.
beat Penn State like we thought we would. That
A
passing game's getting better
long
and better each
year.
week. They're getting scarier. Uh, Indiana just beat the hell out of Maryland. Yeah, Michigan, close, kind of a
Yeah,
struggle win against Purdue. Um,
yeah. Kicked
USC
ass
went
as
Lincoln,
always.
beat Nebraska. A little comeback there.
Yeah,
hmm Yeah, kept them alive in the conference race too.
all
And
right. That
Indiana,
was
Iowa
a,
State
I mean,
just
a
looked
playoff
good.
eliminator game kept the
Um,
Trojans alive there, so a big win for
Illinois, big
them.
win over Rutgers, and Minnesota
Yeah,
keeps Michigan State winless in conference play. Um, let's see, trying to think elsewhere around the country. I know some mid-major stuff.
right.
Boise State got smacked around by Fresno. Um, yeah, no, they kind of turned on, and a lot of people, kind of starting to
Just
see
when
how
Boise was
Boise
coming
is
around too, I
in
thought
this
they had found kind of
playoff
started
discussion
figuring
now.
things
So
out.
wins that, but it also opens the door. San Diego State, man, 4-0 in Mount West, 7-1 on the year. Um, if
Nope.
they can keep winning, man, they will have to go through Boise at some point, and Fresno. I
Yeah,
think they play both of them upcoming, but so something to look out for there. And then
right.
let's see, James Madison. James Madison, big win last Tuesday, so they're still
Yep.
kind of leading. And then, of course, the American.
The big right.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we had the big one Thursday night right
Auburn
before
down
before
31 to 12
ESPN
at halftime.
nosedived.
Just oof. Um, yeah,
Tulane went to San
UTSA
Antonio and got
Hoodlums
slaughtered.
just ran all over Tulane. Kind of opened the door there.
Yeah,
Of course, that's actually the first conference loss for Tulane, so that's got that logjam up there now
hmm,
with Tulane, Memphis, North Texas, big win over Navy. Hands Navy their first
right.
loss of the year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an impressive win
Mm-hmm.
because they.
Yeah, no, good
I
defensive
mean, not
effort.
only did they win the game,
And
but they
of course,
held
you saw in South Florida. So,
a high-powered
man,
offense of
if you look
17 points.
yeah, you look at some of the standings in these conferences,
Yeah,
it's getting to that crazy time. Um,
right. The
really
American
good
is
stuff. Really
deep.
fun time of year for football. Um, so yeah, I mentioned that. So that's
Yeah,
one, two, three, four, five, six actually one-loss teams in the American. Don't forget East Carolina at 3-1 in conference play. So man, yeah, and then ACC, you got Virginia Tech now alone at 5-0 in conference play, and then you
yeah.
got Georgia Tech
So that's a
Pitt
hell of a. That's gonna be a hell of a
USC
finish there.
all with one loss. Uh, mhm, yeah, and the Big 12 starting to get
Yeah,
into
I mean
teams now.
the
BYU
ACC is kind of back
beating
to
Texas Tech
nobody
Cincinnati
knows.
1 loss, and then
they
Houston, Utah, Arizona. Mhm, yeah, well, yeah, big one.
That's gonna be a huge game
Yeah,
coming up this week,
Big
though.
Ten's kind of
Got the
you know
BYU
Ohio
going to
State just
Lubbock.
keeps going as long as they handle business. But right behind them, Michigan, Oregon, Iowa, USC, all one loss. Uh, com-
Right.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a interesting game. Oregon going to Iowa because just to see, Iowa at home, they've been able to pull off some weird ones. And honestly, I mean, they played Indiana the best out of anybody to this point.
Yeah, they're kind of
And
one of
I don't know,
those.
Oregon
You've
is
seen the best of them,
kind of
very happy,
sleptwalk through some stuff,
and
so I
you've
don't know
seen
how good
them
they are this year.
a little down. So, yeah, not sure what we're getting from the Ducks this year. Do they turn it on, when it really matters the most? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, let's. I guess yeah, we can do that real quick as we're doing this. But yeah, next week, you mentioned Big Ten.
Hmm.
Oregon at Iowa. Indiana goes to Penn State. They should win that one, easily. Yeah. At one point, yeah, I was looking like it, but that's where you're looking there. If we go back to other
At one
conferences,
point,
you
that
got
would have been a huge
UCC, the
game.
big one next week. Nothing crazy huge, which
Hmm.
might be the scary. Like SMU at Boston College. Like obviously SMU should win that one, but like does something funny happen in Chestnut Hill? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but it really should be a
Yep.
no home week there. And speaking of
I,
games that
I can see it,
should have been big,
some
Florida
craziness
State,
there. Who
Clemson.
knows?
Um, yeah.
You would think so.
Oh, that's right. Duke and Clemson. Yeah. Duke, made the controversial penalty late now
Clemson. That's what we didn't talk about in the
for was it
ACC.
pass interference? What they call it? And I've seen both where I've seen yeah, that's kind of bullshit. It was, and then I've seen alternate things where people point out stuff earlier in the route that maybe
Yeah.
was a
It
penalty
looked
that
like it was
so
offensive more
it's.
than anything, the way it looked.
I was about to say, if anything, yeah, maybe no call or throw it on the offense there, but Duke gets second life there,
If
scores a
anything, it was a
touchdown,
no call to
and
me.
then decides to go for two in the win and gets it. And so, uh, all credit. Ooh, big hit just now in the Sunday night game. Yeah, it's looking rough there.
Clemson 3-5. I don't know. Dabo has still has leeway, but at some point,
I was about to say, yeah, you wonder about
what
what
is that?
conversations are going to happen in
How
that building
I just want to know
this off
how
season. Is there like, hey,
that's
we
looking long
shake
term
things
for
up?
him.
Does Dabo come out publicly be like, you know what, I gotta get in with this transfer portal thing. We gotta change our ways. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something's got to give
Mm-hmm.
because now anytime he
Yeah.
loses, he
Mm-hmm.
turns into a baby. Hey, I've won national titles. I've done this. Da, da, da. Dude, that was a while
Mm-hmm.
ago now. It's 2025 now. Chill out. Like you snuck your way into the playoff
You
last year
got
and
there.
brought some little
You
good
didn't
grace
do it.
last year because Miami choked. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean that, and but this season's been really bad
Yeah.
considering
No, for sure.
all the hype.
It's looking rough for them.
I mean, you guys are probably not even
Yeah.
500
It's
is going to be a stretch.
anyway. Moving on. American this week. Two big games. Thursday, UTSA goes to South Florida. Friday, Tulane goes to Memphis. Yeah, huge. Navy has their
Oh,
annual Notre
huge,
Dame
man.
trip this year, but those are two big conference games on Thursday and Friday
Oh,
night.
that's huge.
So ESPN get your shit together by
Oh
Thursday.
my gosh, that's big.
Um, hmm
Absolutely.
hmm Yeah, we mentioned
Right? At least
we
get
talked
me at
Big
least by
12.
Friday because
Mentioned
that Tulane
BYU,
Memphis
Texas Tech
that's a
early
big
too. I
that's
think
a huge game.
start today with a big
Um,
one there.
I mean
That's pretty
absolutely.
much a big one. Iowa State, they're free falling, but they do go to TCU.
Mhm.
Um, so TCU needs that win. They need to keep them free falling because TCU is barely hanging on there. Hmm
Yeah,
hmm
right. 6-2,
Yeah.
3-2 in the conference. That kind of keeps them a little bit alive with
hmm
the win there. Kind of a slow week for
Yeah.
the conference
It's all about
overall.
that BYU Texas Tech
That
game this week there.
Kansas Arizona game could be interesting. Probably a lot of points scored. Um, but yeah, I mean, BYU Texas Tech. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I don't know. Like my gut says that looks like the type of game where Texas Tech runs them out the building. But I would like to see a lead. I would like to see like a great game because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we didn't get that this past weekend with Cincy going to Utah, and the signs were all there that Utah was going to kill them. I think a lot of people saw that coming. I see this kind of the same way. You hope
Mm-hmm.
not, but
Mm-hmm.
a true
Tortillas
freshman
growing or
going
not?
into, I mean, he's seasoned a little bit now, but going into
You know,
Lubbock,
things
it's a
happening in Lubbock.
different. That's a different place to
Um,
go to, especially when they're good.
Man, yeah. Let's see. Conference USA, Jacksonville State and Kennesaw
Yeah,
State, a top
yeah,
conference, both unbeaten. They visit
yeah,
UTEP and New Mexico State, respectively, next week. They both should win those games. Let's see, just a real quick checkup on the MAC. Let's see, Miami is leading that division or that conference with Buffalo, Western Michigan, and Ohio trailing behind. Um, Miami visits Ohio on Tuesday, in fact. So there you go. There's a big one there in the MAC. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, let's see. Next week in the
That's a
Mountain
big
West, you
game.
mentioned
So what? Too the action
Miami, Miami,
4-0
Ohio.
versus 3-1 in
It would
conference.
seem
Yeah,
like
that's
it would be
huge.
right. Yeah, I don't know. You would think so, being two
Is that a
Mississippi.
rivalry game? I
Um,
really don't know. Like Miami of
Look it
Ohio,
up.
Ohio.
Mountain West, we mentioned
I
San
mean,
Diego
is
State
there some
North.
hatred there?
They're now in the conference lead, 4-0. Boise State at 4-1 behind
Yeah,
them. And then behind them, you got a slew of Fresno State, Hawaii, New Mexico, Utah State, UNLV, San Jose State, all two-loss teams. So,
yeah,
uh, hmm yeah. San Diego State next week got to go to Hawaii, so it's a tough one there.
yeah.
Um,
UNLV took a tough loss there.
yeah.
Kind of needed another opportunity, I'd say, but
The Mountain West app.
yeah, San
Let's
Diego
see.
State,
Yeah, it does. I
Hawaii,
don't see
late at
anything
night.
listed on their TV.
Is that gonna be one of them dumb games? Just like
I
only
think
on
it
the
is actually. I do believe it is. Yeah. So
probably,
you just
huh?
yeah, you just download
Is
the
that is that like something for
yeah.
free? Do you just sign up for it, or I don't even know how that works? Yeah, you just sign it,
Mm-hmm.
just go to the site. 'Cause that might be interesting to watch. I mean, San Diego State undefeated in conference, only
Mm-hmm.
one loss on the year. Much
Um,
improved Hawaii team. You know,
SEC
they've
of course,
always
A and
had
M, Alabama,
dangerous
still the
teams
top
in the
Power Five
at
anyway.
home there. I mean, that
You got
might be a fun
Georgia,
one.
Ole Miss, Texas right behind them with one loss. Ole Miss could win this week. Um, South Carolina. Yeah, next
Yeah,
week. Let's see. Of course, a big one. Well, was LSU, Alabama. It's going to be a big one for those schools, obviously. Mhm.
and the game only worries me only because
Mhm.
sometimes after the week after a coach, the first game after
Yeah,
their
that's
coach is
one where it's
gone,
like empty the
they're
playbook. This
gonna
is
come in
more Super
free. I
Bowl
mean, they
now
don't have,
for
they're
their
not playing for anything other than pride.
Kentucky. You
Who
hope that
knows
the
if
home
how they
field for
show up?
Alabama and the fact that they, granted, different offense this year, but they beat the brakes off them in Baton Rouge last year.
Right.
Uh, so you hope that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So hope. I mean, it's one of those. It's one of we come ready to play and not come in thinking, oh, they don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be
Yeah.
fine. But you just hope that everybody still has that mentality. Hey, man, it's week by week because of that week one loss. We got to keep rolling. Because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it either has the potential that we're just gonna beat the.
Oh,
I see it either we're gonna beat the hell out of them or we're gonna be in one of
yes.
them weird tight games just because
I didn't see it
they're
happening.
just
That's
pulling all
Baton
the
Rouge, huh?
stops out. So I don't see any in between there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. That Seattle pass rush has been relentless. Every time
Hmm.
I've looked up, they've
They're
been
walking
scoring,
off at least, but yeah, it doesn't look good.
getting after
But
them.
they've
But
been
yeah,
they've
he's
been
walking off. He's
slaughtered
going to
since
be
the first
firing this
quarter.
week.
They have
This
had a long
Grace, so
night.
his non-throwing arm though. We'll will say that. So, uh, but I didn't see that play. Yeah, I was
Mm,
like, hmm,
been a long
interesting.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, although of all the ones for
right.
quarterback, the one to your non-throwing arm, that's pretty. That's about as best as
And
you
he's
can
just
ask
coming
for,
back from
hopefully.
injury too. So, oof.
Um, damn, I might have to rewind this. I didn't realize I haven't been looking up at the screen. Um, but
Right.
yeah, elsewhere, Texas A&M
Yeah.
goes to Missouri. That one could be a real tricky one for the Aggies there. That's but without. Ooh, yeah,
Could be
that's
interesting.
ooh. Oh, I
The
just
only
lost
thing
my
I
train of thought.
guess I don't know much about this quarterback because but Bo's out for the
Yeah, there's
Tribola's out for the year now, so I don't know what that does. Yeah, but they're already a 6.5 point favorite. I mean, you'd have to think A&M has to just. I mean, they blew them out last year, but
mm-hmm.
you never know. But what we shall see.
Yeah, what you
But
what you
A&M,
don't need to do
I
is
mean,
go in
A&M has
slow
to
and let them get up
continue to
on you
show
and
that
then
they're the
hang on
big
that
dog. They
running
can't
game because then
mess
that
around in
will
that game.
get
Columbia can be
dangerous
weird
there.
at times.
Uh, other tricky road games. Georgia has to go to Mississippi State now. Maybe a looser
No,
uh, for your
no,
playing
yeah,
state team now that they finally got that win,
yeah,
got that monkey off their
absolutely.
shoulders. It's a good team, now. Uh, exactly. At home, them cowbells ringing. So, uh,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
I mean they're gonna come in nothing to lose,
mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah,
Tennessee, and Texas have felt it. I mean, did they finally pull
yeah.
it?
See, it's an early one.
Show
Just
that
let
they're the
it kick
true
off
true
sometime in
Bulldogs of the conference.
back in
Hey,
the
you
day. It would
never
have been
know,
three
but
days. I recall.
it's a big ass. But hopefully they at least scare the hell out of Georgia. Yeah,
Uh, it was UPN for a little bit. Jefferson
and that would
Pilot.
have been
Jefferson Pilot. Yeah.
that would have been on well, damn, I can't even think of the what was the yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but what was the yeah
Yeah.
Jefferson Pilot, and they all that. But
For sure,
honestly, a
man.
lot of the times those games ended
Ended
up
up the
being
Sun Belt.
pretty
We
elite.
mentioned James
It'd be always
Madison
some crazy stuff
leading
would
the
happen
East,
at 11
unbeaten.
o'clock.
Southern Miss leading the
Jefferson
West
Pilot
Division,
games.
unbeaten there. Um, James Madison goes to Marshall next week. It's a tough place. They should win. Southern Miss goes to Arkansas State. Tough one there. That's Arkansas State's right behind them in the conference standings. So, and then
Yep.
you got a good rivalry matchup Thursday night. Georgia Southern at App State. Uh, yeah,
Hmm.
it's pretty a good rivalry there, dating back to their FCS days together. Um, just playing for pride there. Coastal Carolina also still in the mix. They're right behind James Madison at 4-1.
It is.
So the
Yep.
Fun Belt living up to its name this year. Um, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hmm.
NFL, we mentioned, yeah, Seattle beating the brakes off Washington tonight. Nasty injury. I just replayed it. Jaden Daniels to his non-throwing arm, at least. So good luck to him in his recovery. And
Yeah.
the theme of this weekend, this Sunday at least, this whole weekend, has been highlighted in this game too. Quarterbacks are just going off this week, man. Sam Darnold, 4 touchdowns in the first half. Um, Matt Stafford had a huge game this week. Uh, Lamar had 4 touchdowns in
Yeah.
his comeback game Thursday
Huge
night.
game.
Um,
Yeah.
Josh Allen had a big day in the Bills win over Joe Flacco, the ageless wonder, in a loss, but just putting
Yeah.
numbers up. A career high 470 against
Yeah.
Chicago
He
in a
did.
loss. Yeah, in a loss. Um, J.J. McCarthy coming back and
Four
leading the Vikings to a
seventy.
big win
Good
in
God.
Detroit.
And still lost.
hmm
Yeah.
Um, Bryce Young doesn't have a good day, but the Panthers get a win in Green Bay.
Beat the Lions. That's a huge win.
Hmm. Yeah, they have, man. It's been
Green Bay's had some weird losses this year. I will say they've had. I mean, they're still overall. I mean, they have a.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
they've
for
lost
sure.
to the Browns.
Drake
They
May
tied
getting the
us.
Falcons,
I
the
mean,
Patriots 7-2.
they lose to the
How
Panthers.
could
I
something
mean,
like that happen?
they've had some weird
Um,
losses.
Steelers down the Colts. Colts finally lose another one. Um, and
hmm
hmm and a big win for the Steelers too with the Ravens win on
Yeah,
Thursday night.
Daniel Jones looked great. Daniel
If
Jones,
the
like
Steelers had
it
lost, they had only been one game ahead of the Ravens, and with that start, that would have been terrible to
was.
reset. I mean, I'm not. They did, of course. Yeah, but that schedule's
Yeah,
still getting tough for them. We mentioned
they
Minnesota
needed that
or Green
because
Bay.
yeah, I
Your
mean,
boys
they looked bad against
play the
Green Bay a
Cardinals
week
tomorrow
ago.
night. No Kyler Murray, right? I saw that. Yeah, so that should big
Yeah,
game for your boys to get a win. Uh,
tomorrow night,
got to, yeah.
no Kyler Murray, no,
No Murray, yeah, got to get that. Um,
have to
so we
get
got
that
some
win. I
good
mean, it's at home.
good looking
Arizona's
games next
bad.
week too.
And you
Falcons and Colts are in
gotta
Germany,
win that one.
early Sunday one. Um, Ravens and Vikings now looks a lot better than it might have a couple weeks ago. Um, in Minnesota, tough one, a must win for the Ravens, obviously. But the Bills go to the Dolphins. The Ravens beat up bad
Right.
Thursday night, and man, they fired their GM, but still a vote of confidence in Mike McDaniel, and just it's a weird vibe down there right now. Um, yeah. Now, granted, I do agree with that he's not blameless in this because they really have not put
Yeah,
a good
it's
roster
weird to
together.
fire the GM before
Offensive
everybody
line, at
else.
least anyway, it obviously has the weapons, but then that defense has failed them. Yeah. Um, big one next week. Patriots at Buccaneers.
No, they did
That's
a
a
lot
big
of
one
big
there.
splash
Two,
stuff that just hadn't worked
yeah.
out like they thought it would.
Rams at 49ers. Um, hmm Yeah. And then
Yeah, that's a huge game.
good
Yeah,
primetime games next week, too. Sunday night, Steelers at Chargers, and then Monday night,
always
Eagles at
a
Packers.
usually a
So,
very good game.
um, good schedule in the NFL. World Series is this week, of course. Game 7.
hmm
If you got a chance, well, man, that was one of
Yeah,
the best baseball games maybe ever. World Series games. Great baseball game. Great World
yeah,
Series.
very.
Unfortunate for the Blue Jays how it ended. Hmm. Hmm. You get, the best player
I
in the
mean,
game,
you got an
fighting for the
18 you
best
got an
position in the
18 inning
showcase
game.
running
You get
the
your
third
game
inning. You
7
get
with the
uh,
extra innings
MVP, the
there.
pitcher.
You
I'm not gonna try. Yeah, Yamamoto. Man, well deserved. I
yeah,
remember after that one ended, I was like, man, Otani's probably gonna get MVP. This
Yamamoto
dude
was
deserves it, and
he
then the
was a
whole writers'
machine in
strike
these playoffs
gave
though.
him the MVP.
Absolute machine.
Well deserved. Hmm. Hmm.
Because this man pitched 6 innings on Friday to come back to pitch a excellent two
Hmm.
2.2 last night. I mean,
Yeah, everything going for him. The
and it
bats. I
was
mean, that
crazy because
clinic
if I
breaking
thought
a
for sure
playoff
Toronto
record
was
of
winning
30
because I mean
hits in a
they
single
at
postseason.
home they have the lead,
Vlad
everything's
Guerrero
looking
Jr. right
good.
behind them.
I
Yeah, they
mean,
had the big home run early.
the Dodgers, man,
Oh yeah, that's great, man. Um, tough loss for that team and their fans, man. Yeah, right.
yeah,
Um, a smoother
that
swing
dude
that
is
day though.
he's a
Dad's
star.
swing was just
Like
violent, just the way Vlad hit that ball.
it's just like his damn
Just
daddy.
tough loss for the Jays. But mm,
Yeah, yeah. As a Yankees fan, not too sad
Hmm.
about it. I mean, but but that, but yeah, I mean that's about as good as you can hope for out of a World Series. I mean, that gave you everything. A lot of drama. I mean, just the whole thing. Great back and forth series.
Yeah.
I mean,
First time since what
yeah, I
year?
mean they had a
'89,
lot of
did it?
storylines there,
99, 2000.
and then
Yeah.
back. That's something we haven't seen in a long time. Back to back World Series. So
Oh man.
yeah, that's crazy. But the
But
thing with
yeah,
the
you saw
Dodgers,
the
though,
total
man,
potential of that roster
they had kind
with
of an underwhelming
Switzerland's
regular
going to make it.
season, but boy, did they have luck when
Yeah,
everybody
now
got
chance for a
healthy.
three-peat.
Because everybody
Keep
seemed to get
getting,
healthy right before the
Freddie
playoff.
Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy. Those guys are up there.
Yeah, at the most important time.
Yeah, I think statistically he did have his worst offensive season as a big leaguer. Yeah. I actually
Yeah,
think
Mookie
Hayden
had probably the
Panettiere
worst season of his
had a
life.
good year this year. Yeah. But yeah, so that's one thing to watch with them. And a
Yeah,
lot of their key players are getting older, and it'd be interesting to see if there's a decline there, or if they can still almost like an aging basketball team that just kind of gets to the playoffs and then turns it on once they're there for
yeah,
a month. Uh, yeah.
all right.
So, but chance for the three-peat next year. Something
Mm-hmm.
on the go,
That's it,
and
man.
in
That's
free
exactly what they
agency.
did this year.
Um,
But
yeah, it starts. I think that people
yeah,
start opting in or out of contracts already now. Day after Game 7 goes off, so be an interesting off season
be
there.
interesting.
Uh, let's see, the NBA is still rolling. My Pelicans just terrible. Just,
Yeah,
mm, man,
absolutely.
same old shit for the Pelicans, man. Just don't close games. They'll look great in the first half, get
Yeah, my
third quarter,
manners are
either
terrible.
close or
AD
win
hurt
it, and then
again.
just nothing. And I don't understand why, with all the changes that they made in the front
Yeah,
office and all that, that they kept Willie Green as coach, and nothing against him, it's just obviously not working.
right,
And with all the changes, why they didn't just start fresh? Because he's obviously it's not working. Whatever he's doing is not working. And I know with yeah, I know there's still a couple injuries, but it's not. This team should not be
right.
0-6 or whatever they are. Um,
Yeah,
it's tough. Um,
yeah. It's not resonating. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Season young, plenty of time, but
right. I hear you. Yeah, season's young. Um, yeah.
mm-hmm.
I do like Peacock. I think they've done a good
I
job.
haven't checked it out yet, but I
NBC's
need
done a
to.
pretty good job
Um,
starting back with the NBA's. For took the hiatus forever, but they seem to be. I like their like how they're doing it. Um,
hmm.
yeah, I watched a few. I was watching kind of the Mavs game last night. Went to Mexico City to take on Detroit.
Mm,
That's one thing, but Cooper Flag, man, he's adjusting to the league. He's up and down, but it's not. I don't think it's as smooth as what some people thought it might be. He's
no, yeah,
been kind of up and down a little bit, but really right now, I mean, no one's healthy. Of course, AD's out, Kyrie's out. It's
yeah,
like a whole bunch of
exactly. It's
good role players, but there's not any. Uh,
mm-hmm.
so we'll see what we do there. But season's young for everybody.
North Dakota.
And then of course, talking about basketball, college basketball starts
Um,
tomorrow. Alabama. We start off with what North Dakota.
um, that team that we
Last year
in
is
my
that
understanding was it them
no
moving
that
on, or
was
was
that was
North Dakota State, Nelson's ex
was that
team?
North
Now I gotta
Dakota?
look that up now.
No, that wasn't North Dakota last year, was it?
Yeah, Yeah, just it was just like
with
that
the
annoyingly tough game. You're like, man, y'all aren't supposed to be hanging around like this. What are y'all doing? Um,
it was that dude who torched us.
hmm
Yeah. And then we have the big game. Interesting game Tuesday. You have
Oh
Duke,
man,
Texas.
I
That'll be
saw.
a
I guess maybe
interesting
last year
start
at some point in his recruiting, and I just looked at something like the top upcoming recruits, and
there. And
saw Cameron Boozer, and I
you
kind
you
of
feel
instantly
old,
like
man.
I was like,
Carlos
huh.
Boozer's kids are in
I wonder if
college
he's
now.
Carlos' kid, and sure enough, he is. I'm like, God damn, like that is yeah. Not all. Let's see, last year, it was indeed. It was North Dakota.
Yeah,
That dude. Let me see his
yeah,
name here. Yeah.
yeah. We're old.
Eagle staff
Yeah.
dropped 40
Who
40
was
first
that
shot.
dude? Was a
Let's
I
see.
can't think of the kid's name because everybody wanted him. I forget where he ended up going.
15 of 30 from the field.
Yeah, Eagle staff.
Um,
He didn't he drop a
let's see.
clue like
First shot. A
50.
lot of that was threes too, right? Let me look that up real
Oh my
quick.
God,
Eight.
he put up
Yeah.
a clinic on us.
8 of 18 from the 3 point line. Yeah, man. Like that dude
Yeah,
torched us. Yeah, at home. Hopefully a little bit better. He is in West Virginia
yeah,
now.
I'm sure.
So,
If I remember right. Hopefully tomorrow's a little
yeah,
easier for
he
us.
can't hurt us.
Yeah. He went to West Virginia. Mm.
Yeah, FS1. Yeah.
All
In the
right.
garden. So,
Stay, yeah. And of
that
course we
kicks
have the
off
big
just
game
what
early
we've become accustomed to
Saturday.
now in Alabama basketball, just a
Fox
brutal out of
Sports,
conference
St.
schedule. But
John's.
uh,
So that'll be
yeah,
interesting.
it, it does. But yeah, St. John's in the Garden, and then Purdue, Illinois, Gonzaga, UNLV,
Yeah.
Clemson,
Well,
UTSA,
they
Arizona, yeah, South
get you ready
Florida.
for
That's not
the run there. But
um,
yeah, that's a
Kennesaw State. Interesting one, December 29th, right before we start conference play. Yale, yeah,
and in Arizona.
Ivy League. And then, of course, SEC play, rough and brutal as ever. Yeah, start with Kentucky at home, and then next one going to goddamn Memorial
Yeah.
Coliseum. Uh,
Hmm.
uh,
Bro, start with
right?
Kentucky.
It's just still you just still don't like it, don't trust it, don't want to be there.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-mm.
Still, even though we've had better luck there, it's still
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
no a lot of
Yeah.
yeah PTSD from those days because
Insane though.
it didn't
Yeah.
matter how our season would look. If
Let's
we were
see
going
what
to
else. That's all
Nashville, we were
mine
going to
notes.
get our
Anything
ass
else
kicked. It
for
didn't matter.
sports?
It was always a bad game, no matter what. A stupid court.
Saturday night main event. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did catch. I watched it kind of after football went off. I was up late.
Oh,
Caught
had a couple, didn't it?
the yeah Saturday night main event. I mean, it's all right. I mean, did
I
have one
thought one
title
of the
change
women's
there.
titles or something changed hands, maybe.
Kind of a squash
That's right.
match.
Yeah, yeah. Jade, yeah.
Jade.
Um,
Well, I mean, there's four title matches, but only one change there. Yeah, Jade. Uh, this is a squash match.
yeah,
She
yeah.
pretty much
Maybe. We'll have to
dominated
see if Pellington
Tiffany
wonder how
Stratton.
long
So that kind of makes
his
you
reign's
think
going to
Tiffany may
be.
be
If that's
a little injured. Probably going on a break.
if he's maybe
Yeah, CM Punk
yeah.
got
It seems
his.
like a heel
He
turn's
won.
coming pretty soon with Jay there. Um, let's see.
I think Jey Uso is gonna go and turn into a bad guy.
He does keep sneaking
See
out
that
these
coming.
wins, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Dom keeps winning. he he had a three way with
No, he
Penta and
didn't.
yeah.
Um,
So he
and then
won that, and then be interesting. Of course, Cody he never loses his title.
yeah.
He beat Seth.
and I'm trying. You know,
Uh,
I've been.
they
You know,
beat
I've
Drew
been trying to
McIntyre
find a
last
few ways
night,
to
and then
actually
we of
attend
course we'll
like
see
during the
what
year
comes out
because
of
not really sure what's
Survivor
going on. I
Series.
know AEW announced their Blood and Guts teams. The first time they're going to do a women's match, so that should be fun. Um, again, I just wish that
Yeah,
AEW would do like WWE used to do and just put those pay per views just right on HBO Max. Don't make me pay an extra
yeah,
$30, man. Um, Cause yeah, but yeah, that is pretty good. You know,
yeah.
NBA season kicking into gear, so it's nice something during the weekdays. You know, maybe catch a little
Absolutely.
basketball. You know, baseball off season now, so you'll start watching free agency. You know, oh the Braves. Very interesting to see. You know, they obviously need shortstop are great. I really hope they keep Hassan Kim. I thought that month he played for us after they got him off waivers, he looked really good and exactly what they need from that position.
Right.
Yeah, Gold Glove level fielder and a good bat in that position, and then obviously fix the bullpen and you know
Hmm.
maybe a starter or two. But yeah,
Yeah. Had a
we'll
good
see.
run.
Um, we'll see if there's anything big. Obviously, there's no Juan Soto on the market this year, but yeah, they're, we'll see what's going on there.
Absolutely.
College hoops kicking off, so you know we're getting to the stretch run of college football, at least as far as conference plays. Yeah.
No.
Mm.
Right. I mean, it's a
Yeah, it used to be all the.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird how college
We used to have all
basketball
those
starts now
preseason. They called them
because it's just
preseason.
kind
They
of
were counted, but the
you
preseason
know, it used to
tournament,
be it
and there
jumped
was
off early at
the
the
preseason
Thanksgiving,
NIT, the
you know, with like the
yeah, the
Maui, and now
Maui
it's just kind of
Invitational, that one that
just
used to be in
around the Monday.
Alaska.
It's like what?
There was ones in like there was all these kinds of different little tournaments, and they
Yeah.
showed.
Always around Thanksgiving holiday, it seemed like.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like they used to be just such a
Yeah.
bigger deal that what coaches were cancer, and they still do, like you said, they still do some of those things.
May still have
Um,
them, but it's like
but it's not the
everybody's
same.
already
Like it
played
used
like
to
four
be.
games by the time we get there
Yeah,
now. It's kind of
now
weird.
you might get like one or two, you know, warm up games basically, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, we're playing in that tournament that's in Las Vegas. You know, like we'll really see what the team's made of then. You do that holiday, you play a couple more games in December, maybe another
Right.
tournament around Christmas, and then there's conference play time. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
mm,
Yeah. It's kind of weird how they've kind of jumped onto more of a just kind of started the season now. It's like they have a lot of competition.
yeah,
I mean, you got college football, of course. I mean, yeah, being a college basketball fan, of course, we'll watch some of it, but it's kind of hard to jump into it. It kind of
mm.
just kind of there. It's not really not very ceremonious how they started. But you know, I'm excited for this
Well,
Alabama
it's
team.
certainly.
I think we'll have a good.
I was about
The
to say it
expectations I
certainly
don't
is a
think are as high
different year
this year,
now.
but I
Mark's, you know,
think
more Mark's here, so like a different
overall
era. I'm
I
excited to
don't know if
see
we'll be
Bavarian
better,
Fylon
but
lead this team
I think we
and see
might be
him,
more
you know,
consistent with scoring. Honestly,
yeah, I'm so excited to see him fully unleashed
yeah,
in this Dados offense, and then see what all these guys can do. You know, the Aiden
that
Holloway
dude is
keeps
a
getting
beast.
better.
I mean, it was the exhibition game like against Florida
Yeah,
State, but he was a
and the guy
star.
from Florida State, Bowl,
Yeah,
what's his name? Yeah, no, but
I'm
yeah,
really
again,
curious to see what
you
Noah
know,
Williamson
getting,
looks
you know,
like
hopefully
too.
Latroy Whitesell stays healthy. Hopefully you get a leap from Aiden Sherrill. Like you said, like I said,
Oh yeah,
hopefully Aiden Holloway keeps, you know, getting better and better because he improved so much last year. And then, like I said, yeah, the
yeah,
keys of the car to Phylon now, and just
yeah,
man, he's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, yeah. It's gonna
That's
be interesting
yeah.
to see how they
I mean,
follow
it
up last year's, you know,
should be a
reputation
good.
here, but
I think it's gonna be a good team,
uh,
but again,
It's
the
gonna be fun.
SEC seems like it's gonna be
It'll
pretty deep
be
again. So it's
it'll
gonna
be
be an
fun.
interesting
But
season.
yeah, unless you got anything else, I think that does it for us. All right, then.
Mhm.
As always, folks, thanks for listening. Uh, Subscribe, rate us,
Absolutely.
like us, do whatever uh, that podcast app of yours asks you to do. Check
I
out the
think that's it.
AlabamaTake.com. Check all of the Alabama Take family of podcasts over there in our writings. You can keep up with us in our Friday bets pool. I think it was a ho hum week for everybody. Actually, I think Blaine might have had a decent week. I haven't checked what you got the Cowboys still right tomorrow. Um,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I could possibly, I think, go 2-2 if I'm not mistaken.
you got at least one push. You, Blaine, and Mallory all pushed
Oh
on
yeah, man,
that Texas
on the
Bengals game.
-3 on the Texas. I know I
Yeah,
got
yeah, all three. I stayed away
got the
from that.
push there.
Yeah, I stayed away,
I
but
could
yeah.
if could have, I could have had Georgia if they don't lay down at the 1 yard line.
Oh, I know. Those are crazy ones. They're even crazier in the pros with fantasy because then it just kills so much.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it's always rough to see those bad beats like that. And then I was a
yeah,
victim of that NC State upset win. I had Tech. I thought Tech was going to roll them, and then my bows,
yeah.
Hawaii
That was
fans.
such a weird game because then like, dude, and everybody's like, well, the I still like Tech. I think they're gonna be fine. They were just one of them weird games.
Yeah,
Like I don't
yeah.
think it's really gonna hurt them long term. Honestly, I don't know. I think they're still in the ACC championship game long term, and I think they'll give Georgia everything and then some. At the end of the year.
Oh yeah, no, I think that is going to be a thrilling watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at Georgia, not that they can't afford a second loss if that's where they are at that point, but man, it definitely would be something if they're not in line. Say A&M and Bama both run the table and go to that SEC title game. Well, if Georgia doesn't have a shot at the SEC title game, then maybe a loss to Tech there does knock them out of the playoff, depending on what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, because
So
this
yeah,
we're gonna have a lot of 2 loss teams. I think we're gonna have a lot of 2 loss teams at the end of the
hmm
year. It's gonna come down to what have you done,
yeah. So
and yeah, it's gonna be. Honestly, it might be a two. I don't know. Are we? Is there gonna be a 2 loss team that gets left out? I don't know for.
uh,
Well, it'd be
yeah,
interesting.
no,
And Tuesday we do get the first
that's right. Yeah,
the first
first
playoff.
set of rankings.
Yep.
Something I always disagree with it. I don't think they should put out, but one set of rankings at the end. Don't even do rankings. Just tell us what the
Yep.
bracket is, and you can still have this weekly show. But it is something to talk about, and that's
Yeah.
why they do it.
Something extra to talk
Yeah,
about. The funniest though is when people get so pissed off about it. I'm like, dude, we still have so many games
right.
left.
Like
Chill
it
out.
does not matter at this point.
Uh, it- Normally everything takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fit.
People get so worked up about how did this and I'm like,
Yeah,
bro.
especially in the 12 team now. It's like, man, like just
Yeah.
take care of
Chill
win
out.
your games, and it don't matter.
Do what you can do to control your destiny and you should be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, but people get so outraged at the rankings. It's so
I
funny.
was so hyped up, man. But that's exactly why they have them, so they can get those views and
Yep.
clicks and engagement, people talking about
Oh,
it. Yep.
absolutely.
So yeah, that does it
Absolutely.
for us. I already gave our spiel. Um, ESPN, YouTube, get your shit together.
Fix
Fix
it.
it.
'Cause I want to come back to you guys. I don't want to move
Right?
around.
Yeah, I don't want
Like
to have.
you have everything I want.
Uh,
You guys have everything I want. If y'all can fix it, keep us where we're at, and eventually maybe move us to a sports package, and then add wrestling back in.
yeah,
Man, I'm set.
I'd say yeah. In order of things, obviously, one, just fix it. Just get us our ESPN
Yep.
games back on YouTube TV. Number
Right.
two, get YouTube involved in the ESPN app so that I can log into that too if I need be for WWE or whatever
Yeah.
reason. And then number three, yeah, work on that sports package so that people like us
Yep.
that don't, if you
Yep.
don't watch it, or I know there are contractual and legal reasons they can't just do a la carte where you just pick your channels. I wish we
Right.
could get to that day, but just give us options. Like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. You can take the whole package, and that's your $80 a month, whatever. You get your three
All
extra
right.
channels, or
Yeah, I mean they can do like a sports and information pack, and you get your news channels, your sports.
exactly. And I do think that one of them, like Spectrum or whoever, I think one of them does something like that. Maybe it's DirecTV, but yeah,
I think Sling has something like that
yeah,
too.
just have different, and that's if that's how we pick them. Do it. You're like, all right, so here's your bundles. Pick as many as you want, and if you pick them all, it's the whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you pick your sports and you click sports, and it just gives you all the sports channels. You do local or maybe locals
Right.
always. You know, your local channels are
Absolutely.
always included, but you do local, and then you click sports. You can click news, like you said. You can click lifestyle, which would be your like HGTV, Food Network,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Uh, inter-
Because honestly, when it comes to TV outside of sports, like I might watch some TV shows, but it's never live on when they come
yeah,
on.
no, that's just
I'll catch my Hulu
that's not a
or
thing anymore, really. Yeah,
I'll
don't. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. As far as live sports
So
go, I watch live sports. That's it, pretty much.
sports is really the only thing that I have
Yeah,
to catch.
occasionally some special event, maybe an award show or something like that if there's something interesting going
Yeah.
on. But yeah, usually probably not that either. Um,
Most everything else I can catch. Another t- another time. Or when the season's over and you catch it all at the
yeah,
end,
exactly.
watch it
So
all
yeah,
at
y'all
once.
just get your shit together. Uh,
Yeah.
Especially coming
Absolutely.
into this stretch of the season. Like don't dick around.
Dude, yeah, this is like, and on top of that, not only is it the end of the season, but it's one of the wildest college football seasons we've had in a while. I mean, it's all over the
Yeah, for
place.
sure. Yeah. Um, and then like we've talked about, this NFL is kind of unpredictable every Sunday.
Yeah,
It's a fun
so
sports time. So figure it out,
absolutely.
y'all. But that does it. I think I've given my spiel. All that good stuff. Check all those things
Right.
out. Follow us on social. Check out Greg over at Bama Hammer. Um,
Yes,
do all
sir.
that good stuff. Keep it done up real good yourselves out there. Great, buddy. I'll see you next time. And a happy
Yes, sir.
birthday to my baby boy. Turned 3 today. There you
Awesome.
go. Happy birthday, Mercer.
Getting
Yes,
old.
I know. I'm getting old. Man, it's crazy. But yeah. Happy birthday, Mercer, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.